What is up guys, this is SpaceKryptonite, here to bring you a meta-breaking bot that has dominated and has brought tears to the eyes of many. This type of bot is one of the most deadliest and has been seen throughout the universe of Robocraft. Ladies and gents, we have been conquered by the Shuriken. So why is this type of bot one of the most deadliest, and how did this bot create a legacy like no other? Let's start off with its origin. The evolution and creation of the Shuriken was created by FunFest. It all started with the release of the Smart Weapons update, which included thrusters to have camera control capabilities. His priority was to experiment with this new feature and see if he could make a viable Tesla drone. Just so you are aware, he did not have the goal of creating a Shuriken in mind. Unfortunately, his drone designs would consistently spin out of control when taking damage. This was an important factor since this process sprouted the creation of a Tesla wrecking ball and the building foundation of the Shuriken. FunFest had finalized the design of something very efficient and deadly. This was the creation of the Baudouin, created around the end of June 2016. This design had thrusters placed in a circular formation and contained tons of Tesla blades all around the bot as its primary weapon. During FunFest's first few battles, it caught the eyes of many as players have asked if the bot was available in the CRF. Names sprouted out like crazy, from players calling it the Saw Blade, Chinese Star, Ninja Star, and lastly, the Shuriken. The build and tactics of the Shuriken would evolve to greater heights thanks to a specific module made for the element of surprise. This was the birth of the Ninja Shuriken, which was publicly released on June 29, 2016. Weighing in at only 1379 CPU, this bot was famous for utilizing the Ghost module in order to safely get behind enemy lines and destroying people's hopes and dreams in a matter of seconds. The Tesla blades on the top and bottom side of the bot are not just for looks. Because of its proper placement, the bot can slide on the ground as well as deal damage to those on top or bottom of the Shuriken. Helium was added to counteract gravity and was equipped with a radar jammer and an enemy radar, since it can deflect enemy receivers and give you more map intel. In moments notice, the Shuriken was rising in the world of Robocraft, not only because of its strength, but also because of the way it flies. It spins in the air with all of its glory and was fun to fly around with using the camera control capabilities. But this build was not the apex of its legacy. FunFest was busy having so much fun that he created something even more fun. This was the birth of the Shuriken 1750, created around the end of July 2016. If you couldn't find this bot in the CRF, it's mainly because the only max level players were able to use them, since it requires 1750 CPU. This Shuriken was by far tankier, used different thruster placements, and utilized two modules. These modules were the Blink and Ghost module, but had room to switch out for an EMP module. This reached the apex of popularity during the Temporal Rift event on August 19, 2016. This was a temporary event in which cooldowns and power consumptions of modules were reduced by 50%. The Shuriken dominated the battlefield with its ability to get in and out of combat while still destroying bots in a matter of seconds. The Shuriken 1750 transformed Robocraft into NinjaCraft. The CRF was filled with Shurikens created by other players. Even till this day, the CRF is still flooded with Shurikens, making this type of bot a sensational meta-breaking monster. The total amount of Robits earned with the Shurikens racked in over 26 million Robits, meaning players have spent well over 110 million Robits in purchasing FunFest's Shurikens. The Shuriken has been considered to be one of the most OP builds known to man, and has even been targeted on several patches. The two patches that were influenced to reduce the number of Shurikens were the Post-Temporal Rift patch and the Robocraft Alpha patch. Both patches reduced the health of Tesla blades in a total of 50% of its original value. These patches reduced the number of Shurikens due to the Tesla patches making Tesla blades easier to disarm. Yet, it does not stop the Shuriken's sheer damage that it still contains till this very day.